The story opens in England, where a special forces unit prepares to carry out a strike mission. As soon as they enter a building, a man inside activates a bomb. The explosion causes massive destruction and results in many casualties. The scene then shifts to the United States, where Ed Hoffman watches the news reporting a deadly explosion in a crowded area of Manchester. He discusses with his colleagues that terrorist groups are now using increasingly unusual and dangerous methods. They no longer rely on phones or the internet for communication. Instead, they communicate face-to-face.
Throw away your cell phone, pass all your instructions, face-to-face, hand-to-hand. These people, they do not want to negotiate.
The story then moves to Iraq, where the main character, Roger, is shown working as a field operative. He has a local contact and friend named Bassem, who was initially his informant but has now developed a strong bond with him. Bassem informs Roger about a man named Nizar, who is associated with a terrorist group and has recently been involved in a suicide bombing mission. However, Nizar does not want to die and has reached out for help. Roger and Bassem arrange a meeting with Nizar, while the CIA monitors the situation through satellite surveillance. During their meeting, Nizar reveals that he does not want to die and dreams of living a peaceful life in America.
I want to go to America. I have a PhD, you know. I can speak 5 languages. 5, you know?
He tries to convince Roger of his value by mentioning his education and language skills. Roger, however, dismisses this, pointing out that many terrorists are highly educated, even holding advanced degrees. He urges Nizar to stop wasting time and provide useful information. Nizar hands over a disk containing critical data. Roger contacts his superior, Ed Hoffman, and explains that they have found someone willing to switch sides and provide intelligence. The information reveals that a terrorist named Salim and his group are behind recent attacks and are planning another mission in the United Kingdom. The video on the disc is about a week old, suggesting that the Manchester bombing was carried out by this same group. Roger further explains that the group avoids all electronic communication. They record messages and transfer them physically from person to person. Any real instructions are either delivered verbally or written on paper, often in coded form. The disc also contains details of a possible future target. Hoffman decides that there is no need to bring Nizar to America. Instead, he suggests keeping him under surveillance. However, Nizar soon senses danger and begins to panic, putting everyone involved at risk. Roger somehow manages to keep Nizar calm until evening and eventually lets him go. Nizar has no idea that Bassem and Roger are secretly following him. At the same time, the CIA is also monitoring his movements. Suddenly, a black van arrives, and several armed men step out and open fire on Nizar before forcing him into the vehicle. He is still alive at that point, but to prevent any sensitive information about his contact with the CIA from being exposed, Roger makes a difficult decision and kills Nizar. He then escapes the scene with Bassem. Meanwhile, Ed Hoffman warns Roger that he may have been